Hi, what causes in a woman a kuruta? Ebu beligwamo billion. What you pan to many pilotimo? What is sabini gwamo billion? Kulio, bilio, Chukoki kabiama. Borona nyaga, Kulio, bilio, Chukoki kabiama. Borona nyaga. Kulio, bilisianu, Chukoki kabiama. Pusere na nyaga. Kulio, bilianu, Chukoki kabiama. Pusere na nyaga. Maximum respect to my own diluted leader, Prophet Mazin Nandekano. You kept quiet, America kept quiet, UN kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet, UN kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet, UN kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. You kept quiet, America kept quiet, you kept quiet, the whole world kept quiet. They came from Sahel, they came from Chad, they came from Niger, Senegal and Mali, claiming our land, killing our people because of our blessings. My God, go to the bushes now, they're everywhere. Kidnapping and killing people every day. Raping and killing our women and men, slaughtering them in their front line. Hey God, kidnapping and killing Christians night and day, and nobody they talk. Chimo, dividing and ruling we anyhow, as if you're not human being. My God, abducting and killing Biafrans every day, and the whole world to watch, the whole world to see. They splitted us, just the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama. He go do me, we are one. Ishan and Banke, we are one people. Robo Isoko, we are one. His own security, we are one people. Ogoni Kalabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one. He go do me, we are one. Ishan and Banke, we are one people. Robo Isoko, we are one. His own security, we are one people. Ogoni Kalabari, we are one. Calabar and Igbo, we are one people. They splitted us, just the killers. They rape our papa, they rape our mama, they rape our wives, they rape our girls, they rape our sisters, raping even our children, raping their car with the castle and the women with the top and they die. Small, small, small. Chukoki kabiama, Chukoki kabiama, Chukoki kabiama. Go to the one nation, wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, Biafran nation, wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, go to the one nation, wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, Biafran nation, wake up now and fight for your freedom. Wake up, Massimo, Durani Labasien, Mahamadike, Durani Labasien. I want to worship in the golden altar. You said you are going to build in Arajuku. We are all in Biafrans, we gather together to worship Him, the Elohim. We are all in Biafrans, we gather together to worship Him in one accord. We are all in Biafrans, all the world, we gather together to worship the Elohim. just want to go. Obaromo Biafra ne Biafra. Obaromo Biafra ne Tin.
Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back.
We are live and we are direct. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you are.
I have not just I will, I have become your last bus stop. And said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come.
And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended. This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
us proceed to offer every prayer to Chukwu Okike Abiyama, who said it in heaven. Therefore, as we always commence, not from today, but from of old, our Father who art in heaven, nanyị nke bi n'eluigwe, ka aha gị dị nsọ, that your name may be hallowed by men, that we may bow at the mention of it, that we may offer every glory unto thee, that we may offer you every adoration and adulation, because there is none like thee. You fight our battles for us. Every blessed day you demonstrate through your kindness and your everlasting mercy that you are our Lord, our God, and our Creator. This evening we offer these your children unto thee. All over this very planet that you created, they are listening across the entire 24 time zones on this very planet where they inhabit. They are listening to your gospel this very evening, this gospel of redemption, a gospel of hope, a gospel of restoration, a gospel of renewal, this very gospel of freedom, this very gospel of emancipation, as only you ordained. That this very gospel must be preached, that mankind may be set free from the eternal damnation of the creation of the British. My goodness me, I want to remain in the spirit, because we must worship heaven. We answer your name, O Lord of hosts. Everything about us is designed to offer glory unto thee. We have atoned for our sins last year. This very year we have not only atoned for our sins, we have sealed, we have shed blood, they have shed our blood. We have let our sacrifice be made unto thee. Even on the 30th of August, as we are being felled by the bullets of the enemy, by the workers of iniquity and of darkness, we remain very strong today to beckon upon thee, to ask you for your mercy and for your grace, to ensure that your kingdom is restored upon the face of the earth, that you can bring your healing hand to bear upon the life of those of them that you created for one singular purpose, and that purpose alone, which is to worship you in truth and in every honesty. Is there any way that we have erred? Is there any way that our ancestors may have sinned? We confess before a congregation of the whole of humanity to ask you, oh Lord of hosts, to have mercy on us. You must have mercy upon us. We have suffered enough. We have been subjugated enough. We have been tortured enough. We have been imprisoned enough. We did not do these people anything. Our only crime is to answer your name. Our only crime is to be born your children. Our only crime is to excel at everything that we place our hands into. Our only crime is to exhibit your glory and your blessing, which manifestedly is upon our lives every blessed day. That is why they want to kill us. That is why the British want to join those of them who don't know you to destroy your creation and your inheritance. You will not allow shame to befall your name. You will not allow the enemies to triumph over the lives of your children, because you created us to exist, to worship, to honor, and to praise you. That is exactly what we are going to do when this Biafra comes. It will come in truth and in every honesty, because we remain every blessed day whiter than white and whiter than snow. Is there any way that we have sinned that you cannot forgive us our trespasses, to enable us to fulfill your own word, which was spoken thousands of years ago, that instead of what you promised not to come to pass, that heaven and earth will cease to exist? You opened your mouth to bless mankind to the coming of Yahweh Yeshua, who came here and said, let your kingdom come on earth as it is in heaven. Those words can never be in vain, because they are anchored upon your holiness and your magnificence. That is why in the end we know that Biafra will come, that these children that we have given birth to all over the world, and their children, and their children, and their children, as long as they give birth to them and they are Biafrans, they will worship you in truth and honesty. Through this very work we are doing, mankind will come to understand you. Let your miracle be wrought in our lives. Let us witness and behold your magnificence, your holiness, your mystery, and your grace under our command. O Lord of hosts, we call upon you. We call upon you to heal. We call upon you to provide succor to those of them who are inconsolable. We ask you to come and strengthen those who are weak. We ask you to restore hope where there is hopelessness. We ask you for inclusion where there is destitution. We ask you for one brotherhood, one camaraderie, one bone, one blood, and one flesh of your children. The Efiks and the Bibios, the Izon, the Shekiri, the Isobos, and also those of them from Isoto. We are traveling all the way to the lands of Igala. We are moving on from there to Idoma, to Igede, to the territories of the Igbo land. All these places we dedicate unto thee. All these lands of yours, we ask you to cover it with your mercy, because Biafra will come, and when it does, we will dance on the streets. I'm telling you, by the time that we are done, humanity will think that we are mad, we are drunk in your glory, and rightfully so, because your kingdom will come to rest upon this very earth. That very kingdom is the unadulterated, non-negotiable sovereignty of the Republic of Biafra, that your will may be fulfilled in our time. All this we pray, all this we ask for, in no other name apart from that name that belongs to you. He said,
Welcome, fellow Biafrans. Thank you so much for joining me on this program. I appreciate you wherever you are connecting from. If you are joining me from Biafra land, you are joining from Asia, from Europe, from America, from Australia, I thank you so much for connecting, and I appreciate you for your efforts. Thank you for your understanding. Please, as you join, kindly share the broadcast on your own platform. As you join, kindly share the broadcast any place you belong. Share the broadcast, share it in any WhatsApp group where you belong. I'm not going to take much of your time. It's going to be a brief broadcast. All I'm doing here is to make sure I get connected to my fellow Biafrans. We call each other and let each other know that we have to be strong. We have to be strong. Don't be distracted. No matter what you see, no matter what you hear, no matter the propaganda you see, don't get distracted. As I've always told you, that so many things are going to be happening by day. Every day you'll be seeing new things coming up. You'll be seeing new challenges. You're going to be seeing new blackmails, and you're going to see new troubles. We are going to be facing new things on a daily basis. But I tell you, you must have to be steadfast and strong. Do not allow anybody to distract you. Do not allow anybody, it doesn't matter who you face, do not allow anybody to distract you. You must pay attention to everything that is happening at this particular point in time, because we are getting to the end of the road. As we are marching into Biafra, so many things will be unveiled. And as so those things have been unveiled, you have to be strong. Put your hearts together, be strong, don't be confused, don't be distracted. Our countdown continues. Today, you can see as we are marching into Biafra land fearlessly. As we are marching into Biafra land fearlessly, except for those who doesn't have faith. Those are the ones that are not moving ahead with strength. But I tell you, so many Biafrans are marching into Biafra land fearlessly. As we are going, you can see that the Department of Sabotages and their groups, they are scared. They are scared. It has become very clear to them that Biafra is going to come. So many who didn't believe in Biafra, who were thinking that it was all a joke. They thought that maybe our spokesperson, Master Simon Eko, was just making fun. It was never fun. Every single statement he made was a serious one. Everything Master Samuel have said is a serious one. When he told you that we are marching into Biafra, it's a serious statement. It's not a joke. From the very first day when he told you, I know when Biafra will come, it wasn't a joke. When he said that, people thought it was a joke. So many of us took it for a joke. When he said, I know when Biafra will come. More especially the Department of Saboteurs, they took it as maybe it's a joke and they made caricature of it. Not until when he gave a date. And we are marching forward towards that date. And there's no retreat, no surrender. And I tell you, even as we speak now, they have realized that, yes, Biafra is definitely coming. Those of them who never believed before, they have begun to believe. They have finally realized that the coming of Biafra is a reality. It is no longer a child's play. Neither is it a game or what you're going to use to praise yourself or exalt yourself or make yourself relevant. That is why today they are bringing out different kinds of attacks against the legitimate people who are working for Biafra. If you are a sincere freedom fighter, if you are a sincere Biafran, if you are genuinely seeking for Biafra, you must be careful what you see these days. You must be careful who you listen to. You must be careful what you do. You must be very, very careful. You see their brokers have changed. You see their brokers, when you listen to them, you see now it is becoming very, very clear that all this while, they have never meant well for Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. Today, you see them having open attack against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. One of the legal counsel, Aloy Ejimakor, came out to tell them the message that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu gave him directly and told him to go and announce it. All hell break loose because it didn't favor their evil agenda. All hell break loose because it didn't favor their evil agenda. And yet, these are the people who has been telling you about command and control, command and control, command and control. Don't you ask yourself, why is it that all of a sudden, now that a genuine message have come from another source, not from their leader? You know, each time when they tell you their leader, you think they are talking about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. We never knew that we were talking about Ifeanyi Ejiofor this one. Each time you hear them talking about their leader, you thought that we are talking about Mazen Nnamdi, but it has become clear. People who so much embrace everything, even when Mazen Simon Ekpa said that we will not take any second-hand information again, when he has seen that everything that is coming is not from Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, they attacked him, they say all manner of things against him, they said he has disobeyed Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, he's the command and control, this and that. But all of a sudden today, the same people who preach command and control are the ones disobeying the orders of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu openly and challenging him to his feet, talking against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu because they have been busted, because their evil agenda. That is why I love Mazen Nnamdi Kanu so much. He's so spiritual that you don't need to tell him certain things for him to know. I believe that Chukwu Okabiama speaks to him. I believe that he works with Chukwu Okabiama. I believe that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu doesn't just react for a thing. He doesn't just carry out a statement or react for certain things without a concrete information, not only from the physical information you give him, spiritual insight that he has. He put them together before he reacts to any issue. That is why you see what is happening today. And you can see it plain today for those who never believed in the past about the message, about what Mazen Simon Ekpa was saying before. For those who never believed from the onset, when Mazen Simon Ekpa was talking about compromise of this very white lawyer, his compromise. If you don't believe, when you begin to see the kind of things that is happening today, you begin to believe. All of a sudden, Aloy Ejimakor gave an information and it all hell break loose. Every one of them is attacking him, attacking Mazen Nnamdi Kanu directly. They are raising their voices. Go and watch their programs and what they say. Watch their speech. They come and boast what they will do and what they will not do. It has become clear. And to them, it is becoming much more clearer that Biafra is coming. And as I have always said, I will advise them to save their families the cost of buying caskets. We didn't take anybody's life. We didn't kill them. They choose to commit suicide by themselves. So their blood will be on their head. For everybody who have chosen to commit suicide, their blood will be on their head. It will not be found on us. It will not be found on us. They will be responsible for every evil that they have committed. I tell you, you must pay attention. You must pay attention, listen. And before I go further, I have to appreciate everyone that was able to participate in the joint broadcast of the Umuada and Autopilot group yesterday. If you are there, I appreciate it so much. due to the time difference, the time it was fixed, I wasn't able to connect it. I wasn't able to join the broadcast. So sorry about that. I really wished I could be able to join, but time difference, every one of us, we are in a different time zone. We're in a different time zone. That was why I wasn't able to appear on that very broadcast. But all the same, I appreciate my brothers who are on media. Those of my comrades who are on media, they did very well, and I appreciate the Umuada for their performance. I appreciate Honorable Azoka for all that they did yesterday. May Chukwu Okike continue to strengthen and empower every one of them. So as I was saying, we must mind whom we listen to at this particular point in time. We must be very careful. And there is one thing you will pay attention to. There's one thing you have to pay attention to that I have to bring to your notice. It's so pity that I cannot be able to bring that picture. There's a new picture in circulation. There is a new picture in circulation that they are telling their irats and some gullible people to go and use as their profile picture. Do not use those profile pictures. This is an information that you must have to pass on to everybody, every legitimate Biafra you see, every genuine Biafra agitator you see. Some of us don't pay attention to things. Some of us, we just do things because others are doing. Some of us just do things because others are doing. Some of us, you just take something because you see the picture of Mazen Nandegan in it, you would like to use it on your profile. That's the particular picture they are circulating now. It's so pity. I'm going to share the picture on my page after this broadcast. I'm going to put that picture. A picture, the former one they brought, there was a one they brought before they were using, the one they used to be causing confusion everywhere. The one they will use to come to your platform, you think that you are discussing with the Biafran. You don't know that you're discussing with an idiot. That very one they used to destroy IPOB. The first one they sent, it was for destruction of IPOB. And every one of them had that same similar picture. And they were posting it everywhere. You see them come to your platform, you think you are talking to a Biafran. You don't know you are talking to an infiltrator. They were using that picture to attack everybody. Now they have introduced another one as we are marching to Biafra. They have introduced another picture that they have ordered all their members to use. If you are a genuine Biafran agitator, you must not use that very picture. The picture is an evil picture. Don't use it. They have done their hypnotization again. They have done their evil again on that picture. And the most thing you can notice on that picture, the picture is painted on green, white, green. These are the people who are asking for freedom. People who are asking for Biafra. But the picture is designed with green, white, green, and the picture of Mazen Nandekano there. The green background with Mazen Nandekano on white, green, white, green. And they think we don't know what they're doing. That is the new picture in circulation. It's a pity I can't be able to bring up the picture now, but I'm going to share the picture later. You must not use that picture on your profile picture. Don't use it. It is not picture that is going to give you Biafra. Neither is it picture that is going to make you meaningful. Neither is it picture that is going to show the world what they're talking about. What you say, your actions, they say by their fruit we shall know them. What fruit do you produce? The most important is what fruit are you producing? It is not picture. Today, you do not know the people who are the real agitators by picture of Mazen Nandekan. No. You do not know the genuine agitators by the flag of Biafra. No. You know the genuine agitators by what they say, by their action, by their consistency and truthfulness. That is the only way you can identify the true agitators. I have said it several times that you don't identify a genuine Biafran, a genuine agitator, by using the picture of Mazen Nandekano, by playing the prayer of Mazen Nandekano, by playing the messages of Mazen Nandekano. That is not how to identify a genuine Biafran. There are so many infiltrators. There are so many evil people who play those messages, who use the picture of Mazen Nandekano. They use the prayer of Mazen Nandekano. At the end of the day, they are doing a different thing. A good example is those ones who say who are preaching another God. I don't know what they call themselves. They call themselves Hindu or whatever. The group of the Jezebel. Go and see at the group of Jezebel. They will use the picture of Mazen Nandekano. They will play the prayer of Mazen Nandekano. After that, they will still worship another God. They will bring their so-called Hindu God, their oracle, and pray to their oracle. And they pray to the oracle and do all manner of incantations. So I tell you, you do not know people, you do not identify the people who are the followers of Mazen Nandekano by pictures they use. You don't identify them by picture. You don't identify them by picture. Neither do you identify them by playing the message of Mazen Nandekano. No. You can only identify them by paying attention to what they say, what comes out of them, the fruit they produce. By their fruit, we shall know them. What have they been doing all this while? Since Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, go and find out what has they been doing. What has they been doing? If you cannot be able to find out what they are doing, if you cannot be able to find out, there's no point following them until you are sure and convinced about what they are doing. That's and only that time. That's only the time, I tell you, you can be able to say that, yes, these are followers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. That's only the time you can say that, yes, these are the followers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. You don't identify the followers of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu by pictures. No. It is not the Biafran flag you put on your background that makes you to be a legitimate Biafran. It is not that makes you. I have the flag of Biafra here. It's always with me. I have the flag of Biafra here. I have it. It's always with me here. But it is not this flag that is going to bring Mazen Nnamdi Kanu out. Neither is it the flag that is going to make me a genuine Biafran. It is not. It is not. You do, I do. The flag of Biafra or the picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. I have the picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu on some of my platform. On my page, you have the picture of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu there. But what matters is not the picture. What matters is what content am I putting there? What fruit is that page bearing? What fruit? Don't be carried away with picture. Don't be carried away with picture. You must have to pay attention to the people you are following and people you are listening to. We are in the end time into Biafra. We are in diamond, and this diamond, they will do everything possible to destroy as many lives as they can. Already they have been condemned. They condemned themselves to death already. They have condemned. We didn't do that. Biafrans, we don't take innocent life. It is not our desire that any Biafran should lose his own life. But this set of people have by themselves pronounced death upon themselves. They committed suicide, and their blood will be on their head, not us. We have nothing to do with it. Our message is straightforward. The restoration of Biafra. That's what we're after. And we know our enemies. And even the enemies, we didn't make them enemy. These are the people who have volunteered, who have made themselves enemy to us, and they say it openly. They don't hide it. They don't hide it. The Fulani Janjaweed declared war on us, the Biafran people, openly. It's not a hidden war. They are fighting it on a daily basis, attacking us on different angles, on different corners. The attack is there at all time. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. The only thing you have to do is that when you know your enemy, you see your enemy, you stay away from your enemy. Just stay away and look for a means to protect yourself. As I always say, I don't believe in eating with the devil with a long spoon. I wouldn't even eat with the devil, let alone use a long spoon. This language of, you say, eat the devil, you're eating with the devil, you eat with the devil with a long spoon. I cannot eat with the devil at all, let alone use a long spoon. I'm not going to eat with the devil. Because it doesn't matter how long your spoon is, he's going to get hold of you. As long as you're sitting in the table with him. It doesn't matter how long your spoon is. Since you are dipping that spoon in the same plate with him, he's going to get you. He's going to get you. And if anybody tells you that the devil doesn't have a power, that person is deceiving you. He has his own power. But the grace of Chukwu Okike on us makes us more superior than him. And while you are enjoying that benefit of the grace of Chukwu Okike, you must not be careless about it. You must not be careless about your life. You must not be careless about what you do. You must pay attention to every single thing that is happening around your corner. Pay attention. There are certain issues you must have to run away from. You don't need to face it. In some cases, the best way for you to be able to survive is to run away. To run, escape. There are certain situations where the best solution is what? To run away from it. You don't have to say, you have to say that, face it. We have seen brave men run away from issues and they later come back and become a winner. Even Christ, his parents took him to run away to Egypt to secure him. Moses, his parents took him also to run away to Egypt. Christ, his parents took him to run away to a different place, not Egypt. Christ, his own parents took him to run away from a different direction. Until when Herod died before, he was free. So in certain situations, you must have to escape for your life. This issue of eating with the devil with a long spoon, I don't believe in it. That is why you must be able to pay attention and mind whom you listen to. Mind the people you listen to. Mind the people you inhale their messages. This very evil picture they are circulating, this very evil picture they have brought out, do not use it on your platform, on your handle. They are circulating. They say they are telling their people, all those gullible people and their Irans. They have introduced a new picture of destruction as we are moving into Biafra land. And the most intriguing thing in that picture is that the picture is in green, white, green. Ask me, why the green, white, green? Why the green, white, green? We have our colors. Biafran tribe has its own color. Why not use the color of the Biafran flag? These evil men, they will never succeed. They will never, ever succeed. You saw their leader fighting on how to go to the house of Mazen Nanagan to come and carry sand. Their leader struggling to go to Mazen Nanagan's house and carry sand. And he thinks that is going to save him. It is that sand that he is planning to take that is going to kill him. That same sand he's going to take will destroy him completely. He cannot escape destruction. He can't escape destruction. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter how you try to manipulate it. You can't escape destruction. You have already brought destruction upon yourself, and destruction will follow you. Our messages today is to prepare Biafrans to walk into Biafra. We want to make sure that every Biafran is carried along. We cannot lose anybody. Mazen Nanagan made it clear that every Biafra, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your location, it doesn't matter your dialect, it doesn't matter whom you are, it doesn't matter whatever you call yourself. As long as you are from the old southeastern region and the lower Benue, as long as your grandmothers are tying 2 pieces of wrapper in your area, you are a Biafran, and we must take you along. We must take everybody along, except for those who have decided on their own and said that no, they want to be back. They want to be with the zoo. If on their own they have decided to be with the zoo and die with it, so be it. We can't help you. As you all know, democracy itself started in Biafra land, in Igbo land to be precise. So we are very democratic that we cannot force you against your will to do what you don't want to do. Our own responsibility is to give you the information and tell you the right thing to do. It's just like when our spokesman, Master Samuel, said that the right for decision have been taken away from those in Biafra land, and we are going to take the decision on their behalf because they do not have that. They don't have that capacity to take the right decision. They don't have the capacity because they have been contrived in that very zoological republic for a very long time. They have been held down for a very long time. At the point in time, so many of them begin to think that the situation in the zoo is normal. When you have been practicing a certain things for a very long time, doing the same thing over and over again, you become used to it, that at this extent you begin to see it as a normal thing, when it is not normal. It is not normal. Just like in the zoo. When you see they bring light after so many years, after so many days, they take light, after so many days, they bring it, and you see people shouting up never, and everybody's happy. They forget about it. And it's just normal. And when people have light 2 times in a week, they celebrate it as an improvement. And they think it's normal. These are not normal things. But because people have been in that system for a very long time, it seems to become normal to them. And that is why the right for decision was taken away from them. That was why Master Samuel made that statement. That we in the diaspora will take the decision on how to make sure that everybody benefits from the decision we're going to take. To make sure that everybody is free. As we are taking the decision for the Biafran people, the same way the Oduduwa people, their people in diaspora are also taking decisions for them. We are not looking down on anybody in the Biafra land. We have intelligent people in Biafra land. We are not disrespecting them. We have even much more intelligent people in Biafra, but we understand the situation in Biafra land. That is why we have to be there where we are and begin to add our voice and speak up for the world to hear. In the zoo, there are so many things you cannot do, so many restrictions, so many things you cannot do. But I tell you, at this stage that we are walking into Biafra in a few days' time, my brothers, my sisters, any place you're watching from, you must pay attention and be more careful. You have to be much more careful than you have ever been. The enemy we are up against are angry. Very, very angry. They are angry. And they are fighting on different fronts now to take as many lives as they can. Are you talking about the Fulani herdsmen? They have resumed the attack. They have resumed and intensified the attack in Biafra land. And they're not stopping. Are you talking about the zoological Boko Haram military? The Boko Haram military have intensified the attack, taking as many lives as they can take, with the support of the governors and the politicians, and nobody cares. Nobody seems to care. Everybody pretends as if they don't know what is happening. And it will continue. If you think anybody is coming to fight for, nobody is coming to fight for you anyway. It will continue. It's going to continue. So are you going to stop what you are doing? We cannot stop. What we're going to do is to intensify in our own effort to get out of the zoo. Prepare yourself the more. Prepare yourself the more. Get more equipment for yourself. Support every movement to get into Biafra. Everything you can do, start doing it. Stop waiting. You can see, even the saboteurs inside have intensified in their own attack. They have gone different angles. Since their leader was busted, you see them coming with anger, including attacking Mazen Nandekano. They are now attacking Mazen Nandekano. Even the attack on Mazen Nandekano started a long time ago, only that people didn't pay attention. When they engaged the family of Mazen Nandekano, they were attacking the family of Mazen Nandekano openly, abusing the palace of the king. They were attacking the family of Mazen Nandekano, abusing the family. Openly, they abused and insulted the family of Mazen Nandekano. And some people just played as if it didn't happen. But that was what they did. That was what they did. They accused him and called him different kinds of names. After they must have deceived the members of the family of Mazen Nandekano to join them. Then they saw that it wasn't working out for them. They began to abuse them and insult them. They insulted, including the spirit of Mazen Nandekano. And the insults continue, even on the tweets that they tweeted. And they said it was Mazen Sam and Eba. They themselves, for them to be able to connive and bring out such kind of dirty tweets against the wife of Mazen Nandekano, that tells you a lot. They also insulted Mazen Nandekano by forcing his wife to come out and begin to speak against her own family. These are the people have been. They have been coming indirectly all this while, but today they are coming much more direct to Mazen Nandekano to fight. These are the people who told you about command and control. The same people who are fighting Mazen Simon Ekpa. The major reason today, if you ask them why are they fighting Mazen Simon, they say he's not following the command and control. He's not following order. That is the only reason they give to fight Mazen Simon Ekpa. That's not following order. What order? Ask me what order. What order? Every single order that have come from Mazen Nandekano, Mazen Simon Ekpa obeys it. He is a true disciple. Hardcore follower of Mazen Nandekano. Every genuine message and order that comes from Mazen Nandekano, he obeys it to the last. He's obeying it to the last. So what order are you talking about? Are you talking about the Ejiofor order? Ejiofor is not the leader of IPOB. Neither Ejiofor. Simon Ekpa is not the example to Ejiofor. Those of us who are full of Mazen Nandekano, when a message comes and they say it's Mazen Nandekano, we know and we obey it. But for you to begin to concoct messages from everywhere and say, we said no, we will not take that. But today, when they sense that a genuine message have come that doesn't favor them, they have unleashed the attack against that same command and control that they preach. The people who talk so much about structure, I told you that these people never know what is structure. They don't know. The structure that Mazen Nandekano put in place to restore Biafra, they have destroyed and still destroying, making sure that that structure is being destroyed. They are fighting tooth and nail to make sure that that structure doesn't stand. And yet they will come out and tell you about structure, command and control. What an evil generation. But I tell you, their end has come. Their end has come. It doesn't matter the propaganda they bring, it doesn't matter their blackmail, it doesn't matter the angle they are coming from. We have known them. Chukwu Okeke have exposed them through Mazen Simon Ekpa. He has exposed them. I only pity those who see standing between and say they don't know where they belong. As I always say, if you know that you are not capable to fight the battle, just step aside. Step aside. We're not begging you to come. Step aside. We're not begging you to come on board. But where you will have a problem is when you stand as a hindrance. If you stand as a hindrance, you are not going in and you're not going out. You are standing in between. That is where you will be crushed beyond repair. You will be crushed. You will pay dearly. You'll be crushed. You will not be spared. It doesn't matter whom you are. It doesn't matter whom you are. If you stand against the coming of Biafra, you'll be crushed. Because this is a mandate of Chukwu Okike Abiyama that must have to come to pass. It must come to pass. It must come to pass. And for those of them who are still talking about obedience, I pity them. I pity them. I always ask them, as you're asking for obedience, better prepare yourself for your backup. Prepare yourself for your backup, because when the time comes, what are you going to do? Don't tell me that when your obedience doesn't work out, that you begin to fight for Biafra. By then, we must have gone. You might not have the opportunity to join the Biafra struggle. That is the absolute truth. You might not have the opportunity to come on board because the Biafran train is already moving on speed. It's on speed already. For those of you who are still talking about obedient, pray hard that you'll be lucky to come back on board when the time comes. Because I am telling you that the Zoological Republic has ended. Only a foolish man will still be thinking that somehow they're going to get something out of the zoo. You can't get anything out of it. They themselves, including those who are there campaigning today, they know it. They know it. They know that they are sitting on a keg of a gunpowder. That is where they are sitting on. They know it very well. But as for us, we are not ready to take that chance with them. And we're not ready to deceive ourselves. We know the truth, and the truth has set us free. That is why we are where we are today. And we are walking into Biafra majestically. Unstoppable. Unstoppable. It doesn't matter who you think you are. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. It doesn't matter whoever. It doesn't matter the kind of plans you have or the angle you want to come from. You can't stop us. You can't stop us. We will definitely get into Biafra. We will get into Biafra. And as we're going to Biafra, Oduduwa people will also be free. If you're from any part of Biafran land, any part of Biafran land you're from, please. If you're from any part of Biafran land, I beg you, in the name of Chukwu Okike, open your eyes and watch clearly. Open your eyes. There is no more time. There is no more time. We are in a time that we must have to prepare ourselves. And information is key. Just like what I'm telling you, the enemies are fighting on different ground. They are fighting on different angles today. The enemies are so wide, they know they have been defeated. Mainly the infiltrators. That is why they are applying all manner of spiritual forces. The attack is not only physical today. It's not only physical. You don't know what people who are carrying this very battle on their shoulder are seeing. You don't know what people who are carrying this battle on their shoulder are seeing. People who put their life on the line, who come with their face to speak for Biafra. You don't know what they face. You don't know the challenges most of us are facing. You don't know. You that is typing on the comment section, you that is writing and supporting, there are challenges that you're facing that you can't tell people. We must have to stand strong. We must have to stand strong. It doesn't matter what anybody does. We are getting to the end of the road, and already you can see the light. You can see the light at the end of the tunnel. The reality has come to stare you at your face. Even the infiltrators are now agitated. They are agitated. They are scared. Some of them who have pronounced death on themselves don't know how to reverse it. They don't know how to reverse it, and they are scared. Most of them are going diabolical. That is why you see what they're doing. Totally confused. The other day, that one came out and said that he wants to take a rest from the struggle. He wants to take a rest and rethink about the struggle. The next minute, he's bringing out a picture and he's telling you to go and use that picture on your profile picture, and you are agreeing. He brought a picture with green, white, green as a background. They brought a picture with green, white, green as a background. Why the green, white, green? Mazen Nanekanda is in white in the center, and the background, all of it is green. Why? We have our flag. Why don't you use our flag? Why don't you use our flag? What happened to our flag? What happened to the color of this flag? What happened to the color of this flag? Why don't you use the color of this flag? Why? What happened to it? Why don't you use the color of the Biafran flag? Why does it have to be on that zoological green, white green? any place you're watching from as a Biafran, please, I beg you in the name of Chukwu, you must not at any time make use of that evil. You must not at any time make use of that evil, whatever, evil. Sorry about that. My brother Maxwell, I saw my brother Maxwell, you're trying to connect. Please send the request again. There was a little issue. Send the request again so that I can bring you in. Thank you so much for joining. You can come in, my brother Maxwell. Send the request again so that I can bring you in. I saw your request. Something went on. I don't know what happened, and it just went off. So come in with the request again. So my beloved brothers and sisters that are watching, please, we must have to pay attention to the time that we're in. A lot is happening. A whole lot. I have been playing videos here to show you reason why we must leave the zoo. It is very, very clear. And getting out of the zoo is going to save a lot of lives. Sometimes when we talk, people think we are being selfish about ourselves. It is not being, we're not being selfish and self-centered. No. The struggle of Biafra is not about selfishness and self-centeredness. No. We are fighting a fight where everybody will be free. We are fighting where everybody will be free. Everybody will be genuinely free. The struggle we are fighting, the fight we are fighting, the freedom we are asking for, it is going to be infectious. It will affect every indigenous tribe in the zoo. That is what Mazin Nandekan was fighting for. It's not just about the Biafran people. If Biafran people become free today, every indigenous tribe will be liberated. Every indigenous tribe. And I thank Chukwu for our brothers. By the special grace of Chukwu, when Biafra and Oduduwa people have left the zoo, every other indigenous tribe will be totally and absolutely free, including the Hausas, including the Hausa people. So if you are from that zoological republic, don't be scared. All you have to do now is to begin to ask questions within your own region. Begin to prepare yourself. Already the common enemy, we have been able to unveil the common enemy of the indigenous people. We have been able to unveil and unmask the common enemy of the indigenous people. It is no longer something that is masked. All you have to do is to prepare yourself. Prepare yourself. As long as you prepare yourself, let me tell you, you are going to be victorious. As long as you prepare yourself. And we must all face it until we get Biafra. Thank you so much, my brother Maxwell. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Sorry, the first time I tried to bring you in, something went on and they just clocked off. Thank you so much for joining. You're welcome.
Thank you so much, Mazi Chuks. And may God continue to bless you for what you are doing.
Bless you,
this selfless job that you are doing, God will never allow your pocket to dry. God will always replace the time that you are spending to pass all this gospel of Biafra. I would like to use this opportunity to salute my cousins in Biafra land and those in the diaspora. Yes, I listened to what you have been preaching in this great platform. I would like to use this opportunity to tell our people that anything that is not emanating from Mazi Simon Ekpa, throw it into the dustbin.
Exactly.
Please, throw it into the dustbin. Because most of them are agents of the Caliphate controlled government of Nigeria. And they will not rest until they succeed in thwarting the coming of Biafra, which they are ab initio have failed. We will continue to preach this gospel, and it is going to sink down into the minds and the hearts, cast on stone, as Mazi Nnamdi said it, in the minds of our people. There is no time to waste anymore. And I would like to use this opportunity to tell every Biafran that is listening, if you have your gadget and you are listening, please, just like I have done, come out and let the world and Biafrans all over the world see you, propagating this same truth of Biafra coming. I salute all of you, and I say, may God continue to bless you. May God bless Mazen Namdekano. May God bless IPOB Autopilot. May God bless our able women, Umuada and the rest of them. May God bless Oduduwa Nation. Thank you. And may God bless you all.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Thank you so much. You are one of my strengths here. Each time I see you, you make me refreshed, and I have more strength to fight on. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. So, my fellow Biafrans, that is it. That's our brother Maxwell, whose motherland is Biafra, and he's in Ghana. His father is from Ghana. He doesn't resist on coming, and even when he's busy, you can see him. Maybe he's busy there doing one thing or the other, but he has to spend that few minutes to come and make a speech and encourage us. That is what we do. That is my main reason of coming here, to encourage Biafrans. And if you are there watching on the background, you want to come in, you can equally click on that link and come in and make your point. I shouldn't be the only one speaking. You might have a point to make. So many of us have so many genuine things and information to pass on, but you don't have the platform to give those information. When you come to a platform here and you see a link is being posted, you can come in and make a contribution. It must not be in English. You can use your broken language. You can use English. You can use your traditional language. It doesn't matter which language you speak. You can speak Yoruba. You can speak Hausa. You can speak anyone. If these are the people you want to talk to, it depends on the audience you want to talk to. Whatever audience you want to talk to, you use the language and speak to them. They are going to understand you. So don't be scared. Feel free to come online, click the link, and make your contribution. There are so many of us on the comment section, so many of us who are watching, who knows it much, much better than I do. Don't be scared. I don't know it all. More especially people in Biafra land. There are people that have solid information that will encourage Biafrans. There are information that you have that will encourage us to prepare us on what to do, on how to get into Biafra land. As I have always said, autopilot is Chukwu Okike Abiama in control. And Chukwu Okike Abiama is passing information to every single one of us that is genuine in this struggle. So whenever you get any genuine information within yourself that Chukwu Okike Abiama is giving you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Share it. You come to a platform where message is being preached, share the message. Click like. You like and share. You like and share. These are the way to pass informations. We were able to get this far because we were informing people and creating awareness. Mazen Nandekano was able to take us this far because of the awareness he created. Because every one of us put our hands together and he was creating awareness. We were sharing and making the information go far. You can equally do the same. Mazen Nandekano have handed over that mantle to us. And we must not allow them to take away the social media from us. We must not allow it. You can see all the strong agitators we have today, all the strong leaders we have, they have used the social media effectively. Mazen Nandekano used it effectively to get us this far. And today, our spokesperson, Mazen Samanekwa, remains the strongest voice on social media. The loudest and strongest voice that cannot be pressed down is Mazen Samanekwa, with a very huge platform. You can able to do the same. If you have a very important information to pass or encouragement to give Biafrans, you click on the link, you come out and speak to the Biafran. In as much as you know that it's not everybody that has the confidence to come on camera, you can encourage yourself to come. Speak to Biafran people. If you have a genuine message to preach, you speak to Biafran people. Anytime I come in, feel free to click the link and come in. I must tell you, we will get into Biafra. If you are still confused and you're standing on the fence or you have a question to ask, you can equally click the link and come and ask the question. I don't know it all. If I don't have an answer, many people are watching. I can tell you that many autopilot members are watching, including our spokesperson, Master Samanekwa. If there's a question you ask that is above me, I can't answer, I will take a redress and wait, get the answer from him and give to you. There are many other autopilot platforms, autopilot media warriors who can give you answers, even on the comment section as you're watching. So many of them have answers to the question. So if you have any question you want to be addressed, you can click and comment. I tell you, Biafra is a reality. It has come. Just as I always said, I have been living a Biafra for a very long time. I live Biafra, I breathe Biafra, I see Biafra, I eat Biafra. For me, it is not a dream. It's a reality for me. Biafra is a reality. Biafra is a reality. I can see it, I can feel it, I can hear it. So when we are doing the countdown, I know what we are talking about. And I want you to key in. Begin to see Biafra. Begin to see it. Don't allow anybody to deceive you. Mind the people you listen to. Mind what you pay attention to. Mind what you give your time to. As I've always said, everyone should know we are in a time of war. This is not a time of peace. We are in a time of war. We are in a time to stay awake. It is not a time to sleep. We are in a time to work. It's not a time to rest. And we must have to continue to do it until we get into Biafra. It is not going to be a long time. We have been coming for a very long time, for a very long week. It's been a long journey. And now we are getting to the end of the tunnel where we can see the light already. So why will you chicken out? There are things. I say each day you wake up, you go to the media, you will see why you must stand strong and fight more. I saw a news on the media where the so-called late Muhammad Buhari, his wife arrested somebody for insulting her. His wife arrested somebody because somebody said that she's eating fat in the wealth of the country. Is that not true? Is it not true? Is she not eating fat on the way to the country? And she was bold enough to arrest the person, take the person to court, and lock the person up in jail without any due process because she thinks she had the authority. Let me play the video so that you can hear it directly. You know, sometimes when we say things, we have to show it so that people can be able to know that we are not just making it up.
Aminu Mohammed is a final year student of the Federal University, Juicy. The tweet, which was posted in Hausa in June this year, loosely translated, Mama is eating poor people's money and is now full. It was accompanied by a photo of Aisha Mohammed's lawyer, Siki Agu, and says he denied a charge of defamation and was remanded after hearing at a court in the capital Abuja, pending another sitting on his bail. Arise News gathered from the presidency sources that the case was filed by the police, and there is now an outrage, including pleas for his release by several groups, including Rights Group and Amnesty International. Dr. Abati?
Okay, I know that this particular matter.
I'm sorry, I'm told to read on. I also hear that the national youth leader of the People's Democratic Party, Mohammed Kalade Suleiman, has confirmed what he called the legal detention of Aminu Mohammed for allegedly tweeting against the wife of the president, saying the act has overstepped the boundary of decency, law, and justice. Suleiman, who questioned those behind the arrest, condemned it and says he will continue to resist all arrests to ridicule, malign, and threaten or harass young people in Nigeria. According to him, the All Progressive Congress-led administration should not forget that it clinched power on the goodwill of everyday Nigerians. So Suleiman is urging relevant security agencies to quickly intervene in their lawful detention and ensure that Aminu regains his freedom. Okay, Dr. Bati, over to you, sir.
Well, on that last note by Suleiman.
Did you see that? Their so-called First Lady, Aisha Buhari, arrested a man because he made a statement on the tweet. He tweeted. She went and arrested the man. The man is in jail. They want to take him to court. Who is Aisha Buhari? The wife of the late Muhammad Buhari. Abusing a boy because he insulted a boy. He assaulted the boy, arrested the boy, took him to police from police to court, and then sent to jail before the people begin to hear and begin to shout and all that. This is what you see. This is the zoo for you. We have seen on video where people slapped a president and nothing happened. Where people slapped a president for their incompetence and their misbehavior. Citizens slapped them. It happened in France. And one other place again. In the UK, you saw people throw egg on their prime minister. They throw egg on the prime minister. Nobody died. Nobody was shot. But come on Twitter, somebody tweeted that you are eating fat on the wealth of the nation. Is that not true? Is that not true? A woman who has been living in Dubai since the time of her husband, she's almost spending all her time in Dubai. What is her job? What is her job? What is the job of the First Lady? What of it? Even her husband, remember when her husband came to power, her husband said that he is going to abolish anything called First Lady. When he was saying that his wife belonged to the kitchen and the other room. The woman that belonged to the kitchen and the other room, all of a sudden, have become more powerful than anybody in the zoo. A woman that belonged to the kitchen and the other room. How does she get the money to pay for accommodation in Dubai for more than almost 8 years now? She spent all her life in Dubai. And somebody come and spoke out and you arrested him. Send him to jail after money torture. That is the zoo for you, and it will never stop. It will never ever stop. The only thing that will stop this kind of dehumanization is what? To end the zoo and start a new foundation. A foundation based on truthfulness, consistency, and equity. And that is why this fight is for every indigenous person. When Biafrans are fighting, for we Biafrans, we are already out. For Biafran people, we are already out. This kind of nonsense will not continue to happen to us. But for those of you who are still going to base their hope on PVC, this is what PVC can do for you. This is what PVC can do for you. It is PVC that gave Aisha, a housewife that belonged to the kitchen and the other room, to arrest a citizen for making a genuine statement that is truth. That is what PVC can give to you. That is what election will bring to you. For those of you indigenous people who are still bent on thinking that it's just about the Biafran people, you think the fight is just about the Biafran people. If you think that the fight is just about Biafran people, you are wasting your garden time. For Biafran people, I tell you that we are much more equipped and protected than any other people. The Biafran people are much more protected and equipped than any other person you can think of in that region. Don't think that their own situation is worst. Our own is not the worst, but because we know our rights and we know what to stand for. And in saying that, let me play this video for you to be able to know what I'm saying. That even the people who doesn't believe in this, what we are preaching, they know it very well, that we stand a better chance than any one of them.
My village that I'm not able to do anything, I will look at it, I'm like, this place, there's nothing to do, there's no business. An Igbo man is there, he's doing business and he's thriving very well. There is no place you will go to in Nigeria, you will not see an Igbo man doing very well. There's no place, and I might go ahead to even say no town in the world you will go to, you will not see an Igbo man doing something. So this attitude that, we will show the Igbos by not voting Peter Obi, for that I see some of you giving. Honestly, it's as foolish can be. Honestly, if that's your reason. Oh, I want to show. The only person you are showing you is yourself. Because like I said earlier, if there's any tribe that is wired to actually survive no matter what kind of bad governance and suffering that Nigeria can deal with, it's the Igbos. They've seen the hardship of Nigeria. They've seen Nigeria at its worst. There is no tribe up till now that has gone through what the Igbos have gone through in terms of that Biafran war. And guess what? You know, when you go through so much adversity, you learn. And you build shockers that will absorb any other thing that will be brought in. The rest of us, we don't have such shockers. And I tell you, the Ozomena, never again, and the apprenticeship system is something that they have used a lot to help themselves. You and I, which apprentice system we get? If I come out now, go somewhere, say, hey, I be a dope brother, you go look me. Or now you go meet somebody, say, hey, I be a sister, you go look you. Or I be a brother, you go look you. Or the one that will say, hey, I am Nupe brother, you go look you. We don't really have that for most of us, but they do. So I don't know where this mentality is coming from, where it's like, oh, I'm going to show the Igbos and this one, oh, we meet, they will see us, we shock them by February, we'll do all of that. That has no place anywhere. So the earlier you sit down and look at your region that right now is being ravaged, right now it's in soup, right now that people are in poverty, right now that people are suffering, because the suffering is the same everywhere, right? Some people are able to have more shock absorber to absorb it than others. So the earlier you focus and vote based on the suffering that you're seeing, based on the
Thank you. I don't want to begin to listen to that vote of a part. The only reason why I played this video is for you, those of them who are thinking that it's just about us, to realize that we have more shock observer than any other person you can think of in that zoo. The Biafran people, we can stand any circumstance, any situation. So when we are talking about freedom, it's not just about us. It's not because maybe we are the most, we are facing the most, it is much more hard for, no. It is because it is the right thing to do. That was why I played that video. I didn't play it because of their Peter Obi nonsense. That one is trash. They are voting and Peter Obi nonsense is just trash. I only played that video for you to know that the Biafran people have more shock observer. We have faced different kind of situation that if anything happens, if worse come to worse, we are the only people that will survive in that zoo. That was why I played that video. You saw Aisha saying it there. Aisha doesn't believe in Biafra, even though she's from Biafran area. She doesn't believe in Biafra. She doesn't believe in it. But she knows that truth. She knows that truth. That the only people who have that shock observer to absorb every circumstance, if worse come to worse, in the worst situation in that zoo, the only people that can survive it, no matter how worse it is, are the Biafran people. They are the people that will survive it. Precisely the Igbo Biafrans, they are the people that will, it doesn't matter how difficult and how tough it is. You know, sometimes when we are talking about Biafra, they will think that, oh, because we are less privileged. We are not less privileged. We are fighting for Biafra because it is right thing to do. It is right thing to do. It is our right, our freedom. We are not slaves. We are kings. We are freeborn. We are freeborn, and we cannot allow anybody to ride on us. We cannot give out our freedom to anybody. No man born of a woman can deny us our freedom. That is why we are fighting for it. It is not because we are the most oppressed or we are the most even if you look at it, the poverty rate in Biafra land is much more low than any place you can think of. Where you have low poverty rate is in Biafra land and in Oduduwa land. Biafra land and Oduduwa, they are much more better position than any other part. They are much more better position. So it is not just about that. Why I pray that video for you to know that we are the ones that it is not just about it, it is we. If worse come to worse, the only people that can survive every situation and circumstance is the Biafra people. We will survive. We have done it before. We have done it before. On Rubewan Naban also, you heard her say it, Ozemena. You heard her say it. She's very, very aware of it. The Ozemena. The one boy system. The way we work with each other, the family system, the family love we have within ourselves. They know about it, but yet, when they want to attack us, they begin to tell us that we don't love ourselves. You see why I don't like when people say that Igbos don't love themselves. I see some people who say it. Some Igbos say it with their mouth. Biafrans say it that they don't love themselves. Stop saying that nonsense. It doesn't make sense for me. You heard somebody saying it. They know very well that the kind of love we have ourselves, it cannot be matched with any place. It cannot be matched anywhere. It cannot be matched. Love is not by mouth. It's not by talking. It's not just by talking. There are bad people everywhere. I'm not going to tell you there are people who are not bad. There are people who are bad. There are people who are corrupt and bad and evil, who have evil heart. There are some devil incarnates everywhere, in all tribe, in all location, in all area. So don't judge with that. You see her confessing about the kind of love we have within ourselves and how we survive and how we have been able to build our shock absorber to absorb every kind of situation. It is because of the love we have for ourselves. That is why I get angry when I see people saying, Biafrans don't love themselves. Igbos don't love themselves. All those propaganda of the enemy to make us much more divided. And the funniest thing that sometimes people who make that statement, go and look at them, they are the people who distance themselves from their own brothers and sisters. They are the people that create that very lack of love. They distance themselves from themselves. That is why I don't like hearing it. It doesn't mean that there are people who are evil, but evil people are everywhere in all tribes and all locations. But you cannot now generalize and begin to use that now to begin to paint the agenda of evil, promoting the evil against yourself unknowingly. That is why I don't like discussing that. I don't like stressing myself or spending my time on antagonizing the Biafran people. We don't love ourselves. We love ourselves more than any other region. We do. The Biafran people love themselves. Against all the other trouble, at a point in time, when you go to a foreign land and you see your brother, you will always realize that this is your brother. The meetings you are seeing all over the world now, where tribes are holding meetings, every tribe, every language, every local government, it started from Biafra. Like, it is Biafra people that introduced it. Everywhere we go, it doesn't matter how wicked they are, it doesn't matter how bad they are, they will always have that union where people will meet together, discuss their matters, and talk together as brothers. In every 12, there will always be a Judas. I'm not telling you there are no evil men. There are evil men, and they are everywhere. They are everywhere. So Biafra is not exceptional. Stop using that as a yardstick to measure the unity of Biafra. No, you don't have to use that as a yardstick. You hear the confession of Aisha here. They know it, but they will never confess it so that we will not be happy. They don't want to say anything that will make us happy. This one now came out because of their fake support for obituary. Fake support for obituary, that is why you had this one. But we know ourselves, we should know ourselves better and don't allow people to introduce nonsense into our ears. We are going into Biafra land. It doesn't matter what they say. It doesn't matter what they do. We will definitely go into Biafra land. They will kill us. We will kill them. But at the end of the day, Biafra will definitely come, no matter what anybody says. No matter what any man or woman says. As I always tell you, in all programs, I would like to play the message of Mazen Nandekan to encourage us. Maybe at the end of the message, you will learn one or two things on the message. Before we go, let's hear from Mazen Nandekan what he has to say.
They are part of sign agreement. New Nigeria. Let's move for New Nigeria. Me, you talk to me about New Nigeria. You're a madman. A child of Biafra. You're to discuss New Nigeria. Thunder will destroy you and your lineage. These are the idiots. When they're talking, hey, the Fulanis are coming. They are coming here. The Gambari, they are coming. So when I was telling you before, you didn't know. So you did not know before. You were deaf and dumb. When I was telling you before that they are coming, you didn't know. They married that they were coming. Useless set of people. Psychophants. IPOB is consistency personified. We don't change. It doesn't matter what you do. You can write your garbage. You can yap and gossip from now till 2099. That is your business. We don't move an iota. Where we are is where we are. Our agenda is our agenda. We are not shaking. Not to the right, not to the left. Unshakable. Gossip from now till the kingdom come. Unshakable. Indestructible. This movement is indestructible. Not by man. They have not given birth to you to convince me to join New Nigeria movement. A bunch of criminals and bastards everywhere. I am a child of heaven. I'm a child of heaven. I don't engage in all this nonsense. Biafra is my mission. My parents died as soon as Elohim said it is there. Look at it, I've given it to you people. And he called them. Then I move forward and then get Biafra. Nonsense. New Nigeria. Thunder fire all of you.
You heard our supreme leader talking. You heard the fire from our supreme leader. After hearing these messages, and you see some people still talking about obedience. After hearing this message, you see some people telling us to calm down, calm down. When Mazen Nandekan made it clear that Chukwu Okakabion have told him, go and take Biafra. After he lost his parents, after he lost his mother and father, Chukwu Okakabion said, move, look at Biafra, go and take it. Today, we are marching forward to go and take Biafra. And some people said, no, it's not time. And some people were making jest of it. We are marching on speed continuously to go and take Biafra because Chukwu Okakabion said so. Through Mazen Nandekan. And the revelation was brought to Master Simon Eber. And he's moving fearlessly. And yet, some people are still confused. You heard Mazen Nandekan that IPOB is consistency personified. Now, go and look back. Since Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped up to today, who are those who have been consistent? Since Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped up to today, for more than a year now, where do you find inconsistency? Any place you find inconsistency, those people do not belong to Mazen Nandekan, and they are not on track. That is why you saw Mazen Simon Ekpa come and say he is going to sack them, and he has sacked them because they have never ever been with Mazen Nandekan. Mazen Nandekan have made it clear on this very broadcast I played that IPOB is consistency personified. Think back. Since Mazen Nandekan was kidnapped today, which group has been consistent? Anybody you see that have been consistent in their word, in their action, and truthful, they are the followers of Mazen Nandekan. And I can bet on it that autopiloted group which is led by Chukwu Okike Abiama himself, under the spokesmanship of Mazi Simon Ekpa and on the leadership of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is the indestructible IPOB that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu told you. The original IPOB that is consistency personified. And if you are among them, count yourself lucky. You are blessed. And you're going to see Biafra in your lifetime. We will all raise the flag of Biafra with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much for joining me on this broadcast. Any place you are joining from, I appreciate you. If you have connected from Biafra land, from Asia, Europe, America, Australia, I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. I appreciate everybody who has played one part or the other in this very broadcast. I say may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you. If you are a Biafran, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you, secure you, give you more grace to continue to move on. If you are from Oduduwa land, may Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect you, secure you, give you more grace to move on. If you are from the Middle Belt, or any indigenous person that is genuinely seeking for freedom, you will see freedom in your lifetime. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Sunday Igboho and Professor Akintoye. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect our Umuada. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect Honorable Azoka. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect all our autopilot media warriors. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them, secure them, give them more wisdom and strength to continue to march on. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our ESN, the volunteer force on the ground. May Chukwu Okike Abiama guide and protect them, the BNL, the BNG, and all the armed groups that have come together under the autopilots to make sure that Biafra is actualized. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect every one of you, secure you, give you more strength to move on. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our spokesperson, Master Simon Ekpa, wherever he is. May Chukwu Okike Abiama build a wall of fire around him. No weapon formed of against him shall prosper. May the wisdom continue to increase. May his mental toughness continue to increase. Mighty Jehovah, be with him, guide and protect him. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Secure him, guide him, protect him, secure him. Continue to bear Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in his hand so that he would never dash his foot against a stone. May Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to be with Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, equip him with good health and strength, and bring him to us very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching wherever you're watching from. And remember, I will see you again next time when I come online. Thank you and stay blessed.
Oneme ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume, ihe na-adịghị ekwe omume ka ọ na-eme. And I will announce to you today, we are now fighting them back. And we will continue to fight them back until we get to a point where the international community will listen to how they kill us and how we pick up arms to fight back. We are live and we are direct. Zoo is panicking. Zoo is panicking. I tell you the truth. It doesn't. I don't care who you are. I don't care. I will be. I have not just. I will. I have become your last bus stop, and said it from the beginning till now. I will be your end until Biafra come. Ichigo munu bachikem. Munyo ni te. Ana mesinu de. Unu ga no gide ya so. And what we want to make abundantly clear is that we are warning everybody who is a stakeholder in the zoo about our determination and our resolve to ensure that our land is defended.
This is a resolution we have reached, and it is cast in stone.
What